Hi, everybody. We are live from Westwood's Bar, and we made it all the way to Illinois, and it's been quite the adventure. But we're excited. Johnny is in the other room, ready to talk to you guys about what's happening with Litecoin, and so we're going to get started. We'll have a great show, and we'll be right back. Give us a like, share this video. Maybe we'll get a surprise guest joining me right over here. Hey, Johnny, happy Thursday.
Hey, Lisa, happy Thursday. How you guys doing today?
We are good. It's freezing cold here, but we're warm here at the Westwood Bar.
It was warm today. Actually, it hit 70 degrees by me today.
Oh, nice.
Freakishly, it was nice. So I was out. Actually, where I was at, I couldn't get any sun, so I was walking to try to find sun. So I was more, I was like, it's 70. I want to get some natural vitamin D.
Get your vitamin D, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a balmy 38 with gusts of 40 miles an hour, I think, here.
Ooh. I think that's probably coming our way.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we were talking a little bit before the show and got a little off topic, and so we lost our feed a couple times. So we'll be real careful about what we discuss here today. But we're excited. We're going to have a great meetup tomorrow at the Peoria Pizza Works. We'll be down there from 3 till I don't even know when. We're doing the live show stream at 4. Then we're going to do a dinner and then an after party. And then we've got the crypto class from 11 to 1 on Saturday. We were talking, Charlie and I went to a little diner in the next town over, Washington, earlier today. We were talking with our waitress there and invited her over and gave her a little copper coin that Satoshi Shon had given me, and talked to her about Litecoin, left a little seed card with her. So we're excited to be able to invite some more people from the local area too. So I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, very nice. Well, have a great meetup. Awesome that you guys are in a different area. You're in Westwood's area, which is how cool is that in his hometown?
It's very cool. It's very fun. Yeah. And we got to go to Menards. I don't know if you've ever been to a Menards. It is a big deal.
What's a Menards?
It is like Lowe's, Target, and what other store? All wrapped in one.
Really? Wow.
And a Hobby Lobby all in one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So
maybe even a Bass Pro, a little bit.
First Menards experience?
It was my second, but I got to initiate Charlie into Menards. I was like, oh, wait, look what's over there. It's a Menards.
Very
nice.
I was
very excited. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Well, if you guys are listening, if you're in the Illinois area,
Southern Illinois, so Peoria.
Illinois. So where is Southern Illinois?
It's central. I'm sorry, Central Illinois.
South
Peoria.
Central.
Yes.
If you're in that area, definitely, or if you're a few hours from there, get to the meetup. I mean, bring a friend. Bring your kids, bring your wife, bring your husband.
It's definitely family friendly. We've got Westwood's kids will be there. We've got other people bringing their family. We've got tons of giveaway stuff from Monarch, and we're giving away Litecoin from Change Angel. I've got I've got copper coins from Satoshi Shon that I brought to give away. Oh, and here's my friend. Here's Westwood.
What's up,
How you doing, Johnny?
How's it going, man?
Good. Going well.
Yes.
Nice.
And Westwood's daughter, Camila, made me a little pumpkin. Isn't this so cute?
Ah, very nice.
That's sweet. Nice. She watches the show a lot, so
yep.
I wanted to show that to everybody. It was very cute.
Very cool.
Heck yeah, like you said, Johnny. I mean, we were just in Jersey for the meetup in October, and yeah, I mean, anybody can come out, all ages. We had a young lady there get some Litecoin. She wasn't too old. What was she? Maybe 7 or 8.
No,
Yeah, I think you guys had your
9.
youngest person ever there. That was like 8 or 9, and you had
he's the Litecoin maximalist.
That's a good thing to be.
Yeah.
was a Litecoin maximalist.
Mhm.
We had, who else came to that? I think you had somebody else that was maybe on the older side. So we had a real range of ages in the Jersey one, from 8 years old to up
To
to
an
like
undisclosed
8 to
age.
80. You never know.
An undisclosed age. We don't talk about it.
Right. So it was no, but awesome. That was an awesome meetup. Awesome weather we had too. We got lucky. You guys, when you guys left with the good weather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it kind of went south at that point, didn't it? That night.
Today's nice by me. I was saying today's 70, but it's been kind of cold and stuff. So it's going to get cold again. So we got lucky today.
Yeah. We're going to get down to, Lisa doesn't want to hear this, but I think tomorrow night it's going to get down to 21 degrees.
Oh
so
my God.
It's you don't want to forget your coat on a day like this.
Who would forget their coat?
It'd be a
though?
bad thing to do.
I mean, it's not like you would drive to Illinois and not bring a winter coat. I mean, who would do that?
I don't know.
Mitch was in a tank top at the Jersey event. It was so nice. So just show you how different the weather is.
You know it's cold when you show up and Westwood is wearing jeans and closed-toed shoes.
I'm actually dressed.
I was like, oh, yeah. And then we get to the Airbnb and I'm like unpacking my stuff and I'm like, didn't I bring a coat? I thought I brought a coat. I did not pack a coat. Completely forgot.
I always see near me, Thanksgiving in like the Northeast is always like, you could get snow even potentially on Thanksgiving in the Northeast. Not as much in Jersey, but as you could get it in Jersey, but as you go a little bit north of here, definitely can get snow for sure.
There,
but it's hit or miss. We've had a few nice years on Thanksgiving, but I'm curious to see. That's always I feel like once Thanksgiving's done, we got months of bad weather, and I've been a junkie recently for the natural vitamin D. Am I allowed to talk about that? Will that get us?
Yes, I think vitamins are safe.
Vitamin D is still safe. I won't mention the health benefits from it. I don't want them to call me a conspiracy theorist. Yeah. But natural vitamin D from the sun, you can't beat it. Is what I say.
Mm-hmm.
So it sucks in the winter. You really can't get it. So
it makes you wonder about all those trails that seem to appear on certain days and kind of block the sun out. I wonder if there's anything to that.
So coincidentally, I've never noticed so many trails in my life as I did today. And coincidentally, it was a beautiful 70-degree day by us, so much so that I videotaped some of them and took some pictures that I was just like, I just kept noticing them.
There's been a lot lately. Yeah, it's very weird. Jean-Claude did asked Janine about that. Yeah, I'm even wanting to be careful with those words.
It's horrible. You can't. No, you don't want to say it. It's like.
Let's talk about the Litecoin.
Right.
No, we're allowed to say that. Yeah.
That's allowed, I guess, right?
So far.
We just won't talk about. We won't mention the tax word.
There, you just said it.
God.
Anyway, we're not talking about that word either. So, Litecoin, this was very exciting. Johnny, tell us all about what PayPal is doing.
Extremely exciting. So, I saw today, about an hour before the show started, that you can now check out at cash registers with a QR code and pay via your PayPal or Venmo app. And you could also pay from your cryptos in there.
Really?
Litecoin's one of the only cryptos in there. So I was like, very, very
You could
freaking
keep up with my
interesting.
Twitter feed, you would
And,
know.
I can't keep up with your Twitter feed. That's the problem.
coincidentally, yesterday I was in a business, and I have a lot of the Clover equipment out there, and it was one of the merchants that I have the Clover at, and I noticed on the screen when I went to pay, it popped up Venmo and PayPal, and I'm like, that's interesting. I didn't know there was a Venmo and PayPal payment option in here. Must be coming, I said to myself, and I didn't really. It just kind of slipped my mind, and now all of a sudden I saw this today. So this would be going live in, or it is live probably in certain ones. This will be going live in the Clover devices, obviously, because I saw this yesterday on the device. Let me explain who the big players are in payments and how this will probably shape out for you guys as the retail consumers walking around paying via Litecoin. So there's three main players in the cash register space right now. We have Clover, and those are the systems that I always put out there. All right, Clover point of sale. They make a few different models of devices. You have Square. Square is obviously very popular. Most people out there know of Square. And then we have NCR. And then, so NCR is the cash register system that's in all the largest businesses in the U.S. Like that's in Lowe's, that's in your Dunkin' Donuts, your Express, your AMC movies, your places like that, right? That has the NCR system. And Clover and Square are more cover your small and medium businesses across the U.S., right? So it's interesting that all three of those companies have an interest in crypto. Right now, the NCR systems have that Flexa network integrated. And so PayPal is making a leap into that space. So what I'm curious about is what's the fee structure going to be like on this? I have a feeling, because I watched a demo video on this before we started, of this live on a device. And it was actually live on a Clover device. So obviously I know it's coming to Clover. I saw a video of it live on a Clover device. They weren't necessarily paying with cryptos. They just paid with the Venmo app. So they hit the credit card button and paid. So it was seamless, and it brought up a QR code on the screen. So my guess is the merchant is going to pay the same credit card fees that they're paying normally. So what I'm going to be curious about is, does this emerge as a payment type that is looked at by the retailers as more fraud proof, that it protects them from fraud? Will they recognize that? Because in other words, or just PayPal and Venmo maybe in general, but especially if you're paying with cryptos through there. I'm
Because
curious.
they're using that third party.
Well, I'm just curious if PayPal and Venmo will offer more protection for the merchant in any way, shape, or form. If the payment stems from a crypto wallet in there, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work as far as the fraud protection goes. So, again, exciting stuff, though, guys. You're going to.
Well, I was curious, when AMC keeps announcing that they're taking this coin and that coin and this coin and that coin, do they have their own platform? I mean, when you're saying most these places have the X, Y, or Z, Clover, this one or that one, does AMC have something totally different?
My guess is AMC is going to be integrated through the Flexa network.
Okay. So then how can they be announcing that how can they be choosing these coins? They're going to take whatever Flexa takes. Or is that an option on Flexa that the merchant chooses what coins they accept?
I would assume that I would be curious to see how that works. Maybe they're not taking Flexa then. I don't know. Maybe I'm just assuming they're going to do it through Flexa because of the register setup that they have. Maybe they built a different integration into there. Maybe it's BitPay. I don't know.
Or Strike?
No.
Strike
doesn't have any other coins integrated.
Okay, it was only Bitcoin.
And Strike's a little bit of a different, I guess, use case with it. But either way, guys, point being, this is exciting. You're going to be able to, from your Venmo or PayPal app, pay directly with cryptos. Now, one thing I could definitely anticipate this doing, all right? There is a lot more meat on the bone now for the people behind the scenes that are involved in this payment transaction. As I've always stated on the show, under normal circumstances, when a credit card's processed, the bank that issued the card gets most of that money in that transaction. So now, in this case, it seems to be where, well, I guess PayPal in a sense kind of is their own mini bank in a way. They're their own bank in this case. So now there's no traditional bank that's getting paid all those fees. So what I could envision happening is to encourage spending through this medium. They would offer better cash back to the consumers and say, hey, on a credit card, you're going to get 2% cash back. We're going to give you 3 or 4% cash back now if you pay with your cryptos through the Venmo or PayPal.
But it'll be crypto back instead of cash back, right?
Who knows what it'll be
back.
Right. Yeah. Maybe they'll say you could take it back in whatever currency you want. So I could envision that. Definitely that would be how I would definitely think it would shape up, because I'm just knowing how payments work. Business is business. Where is there more profit at? And then naturally, if you want to encourage spending, they would push some of that profit back to the consumers to try to get more spending done.
Interesting.
So it's exciting, guys. More places that you're going to be able to pay with Litecoin. You're going to have to do it through the PayPal or Venmo app.
I'll be back in a bit.
Yes, absolutely.
This is definitely a little restrictive because you can't send native Litecoin in and out of there. So it's not like Flexa, you can send raw Litecoin in there and then spend it.
You can't. Why not? I'm confused.
PayPal and Venmo, as of right now, don't allow sends in or out. You can just buy crypto on their platform, kind of like how Robinhood was set up.
Oh, I see.
Yep. And the reason they do that, now us, obviously, we're super into cryptos. For us, this is a bad thing, right? And obviously for us, I have a little bit of Litecoin on Venmo and PayPal just because when people sent me money on Venmo, I just went in there and bought Litecoin. I was like, instead of sending it to my bank, I just, you know what? Let me just put it into Litecoin in there. It's, it's whatever. It's a couple bucks. It's not. It's
just to kind of see how it's going to work.
It's not much, but for most people, PayPal and Venmo can't just say day one, we have this app, now you can send Litecoin out of it, because too many people would make mistakes. There'd be a lot of scams that would occur. They would get a ton of criticism, bad press. a lot of just bad everything would come of it. So as much as we would say it sucks because you can't do that, and I'm in agreement, I see on their end why they do it, because it's like, well, we need to set up something that's so safe where people can't screw up in the beginning. I know they said they're going to allow the ability to send transfers out of there. So that'll probably be in another release. They probably just wanted to get it out there so it's not day one when people
Have full access.
This way, when people screw up and it's year 2, it's like, oh, well, this has been lying. They can at least talk their way out of it better.
Interesting.
Look better. So, but just exciting stuff, guys. Because again, there's 4 coins on here. They're only going to put coins on that are regulatory compliant and that are deemed non-securities. So around the world, Litecoin is deemed legal. Most cryptos, and people say, well, what do you mean every crypto is legal? I say, no, it's not. It's not illegal, but it's not legal. It's in a gray area. Litecoin is legal on every sense of the definition, how you look at it. It's not a security, it's a commodity. They consider it one of those, a BLCA, a Bitcoin-like crypto asset. So people always say, well, what if there's heavy regulation? Now, I don't like regulation at all, but if there was heavy regulation, it would actually send money into Litecoin, into Bitcoin, because money would come out of more risky stuff, and that money would flow into these 4 coins you see on the screen that are deemed.
Well, and I think that's why you're seeing the choices of things like Grayscale Trust. That's where they're putting their money in Bitcoin and Litecoin, those kind of things. They're not having those big trusts in those other coins. They're putting them in things that pass the Howey test.
Yeah. Things that pass the Howey test. You can't create another Bitcoin today, or another Litecoin today, or another Bitcoin today. Can't be done. And I said this the other day. I'm going to say it again. Litecoin has no competitor. Not one. In Bitcoin has no competitor. Not one. Now, there's a ton of coins that are trying to be the next Ethereum. All right?
That's true.
Now, the reason why Litecoin is no competitor, people say, Johnny, that's crazy. There's a lot of coins trying to be a payments coin. I never said Litecoin was trying to be a payments coin. Right now, it's the best option for payments. The payments are going to occur on the second layer solutions and payment networks in the future, right? So the reason why there'll never be another Litecoin was created to have this close tie to Bitcoin. 4 times as many, 4 times as fast, binary compatible with Bitcoin. You can get all the updates from Bitcoin. So you can't create something right now that's a decentralized proof of work coin like that and release it. It can't happen. That's closely tied to Bitcoin like that. So they have no competition. And that's, that's important to note. And it's, it's Phantom as well. Sand and Gala are killing it too. AVAX is great too. There's tons of coins that are killing it. 100% right. Let me explain something to you. You don't want to have a lot of value in these coins. Their blockchains could fail and go down. These blockchains, a lot of these coins that are pumping and stuff, the blockchains get halted. They have to stop them for updates. There's all types of crazy things that happen. Now, I'm not knocking it. This is all new tech. And I want all this stuff to succeed, so we have this decentralized
Right.
future. But I wouldn't want my wealth locked up in something where they have to come in and the blockchain gets halted, or they have to come in and fix it, or, oh, I better hope they can do a patch or do this or that. That freaks me out. I like that Litecoin is kind of stable and kind of boring. That to me is great. 10 years.
Yep.
10 years. What's not to like about that?
No, I've got 10 years somewhere on my.
You got 10 years on there somewhere?
Yeah, this is the anniversary edition.
Oh, well, there you go.
Has 10
It's
years.
the blue 10 years.
Blue.
Yes.
Well,
In celebration of Litecoin.
I can't really
Oh, that's
Running
I
for
like
10
that,
years.
Mike. That's nice.
see the 10-year mic, and it's
Yep.
blue. So yeah. So I brought up that picture of the Taproot Bitcoin.
My.
Whoa.
Guardians of the Galaxy or something.
Whoa.
Crypto Galaxy Guardians.
Somebody came up with that. I wanted to get your feedback on, or your thoughts on the Taproot update on Bitcoin, and Charlie Lee's quote on Twitter. I thought it was epic. Did you catch it?
Yeah. In this case, he said that Bitcoin gets to be the test network for Litecoin because Taproot hit Bitcoin first.
Yeah.
Now, my guess is they were obviously they've been screwing around with it on both test nets for a while before it went live. But yeah, it's coming to Litecoin next too. So really exciting stuff. This is an exciting upgrade.
Yeah.
This it doesn't provide a lot of immediate benefit now for Bitcoin or Litecoin, but it allows for better privacy, and more importantly, it allows for a lot better improvements to come that will allow for better privacy and better things. It's going to allow for I think what this does, it involves something called Schnorr signatures, I believe, and now it's going to involve that, and it really benefits multi-sig transactions. So basically what happens is, in Bitcoin especially, multi-sig transactions. Now let me explain what a multi-sig transaction is. A multi-sig wallet would mean, if we had one of these set up, Lisa, and say me, you, and Westwood, we were all parties involved in this, and we were all signers in this multi-sig wallet. Well, two of us would have to sign off on the transaction in order to send it out, right?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so you could do 3 of 5 multi-sig. So companies use this way somebody can't run away with all the funds. So what happens in multi-sig transactions, they get bloated because it's multiple signatures piling into that transaction. And digital signatures, obviously not physical signatures, but that raises the transaction fees a lot. So I don't want to technically talk about how it does it because, again, this isn't my department.
No, it's
But
not.
what this does is it makes these multi-sig transactions a lot cheaper and a lot more scalable, which is an awesome benefit. It allows for better privacy too, because how these multi-sig transactions work. I think it's where you're not seeing all the signatures, so then you can't track everything as much. So again, it's just a privacy improvement, and it's kind of, think of it like a football game. You're pushing the ball downfield. This isn't the touchdown where you won the game. This isn't a Hail Mary pass and you guys are running off drinking beers after. But hey, this is, you got a first down. So your team got a first down. You move the ball downfield. This is a good advancement for Bitcoin and for Litecoin. So, and it's the first upgrade or update coming to the Bitcoin network since SegWit in 2017.
Wow.
So this is a big deal. There's not a lot of, it's not every day when the Bitcoin network is upgraded. As you guys can tell, it It hasn't been upgraded in over 4 years. So this is kind of like the Olympics, I guess. So once every 4-year thing, you'll see one of these minor changes come to the Bitcoin.
Or maybe 5.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Last year.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. Had to
This
put
year.
that off. No. Had to put that off for you.
I had to stick that in there. I couldn't help it. You know?
Yeah.
Watch out, we'll lose our stream
I
again.
use the video
Yes.
going.
Yeah.
We had to jab that right in there, right?
I did, yeah.
You guys are so bad.
Skate on thin ice.
Yeah.
Get to the meetup tomorrow. If you're anywhere near Peoria. Thanks
Yeah.
for promoting that, Johnny, earlier.
We'll be able to talk
Nice.
a lot more freely in person.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
No holds barred. Unbridled.
All about-
Unleashed.
All about the freedom. Yeah.
That is. It's all about freedom. It really is.
That's an awesome point you guys made, because if you guys see me in person, I'm usually a little more aggressive than I am in the videos.
I can't imagine.
Just a tad.
Bit.
How's
yeah.
that possible?
So most people are the opposite. Most people are more aggressive on the social media, and when you see them in person, they're more timid. I am the complete opposite. I'm a lot more aggressive in person because I don't want to get my stuff taken down. I feel like what I'm doing is so important to Litecoin. It's all for Litecoin. I could care less about me. People say, hey, I suck. I'm a loser. Great. I'm doing it for Litecoin. I don't care. I want
We
the
think you're
betterment of
awesome,
Litecoin.
Johnny.
And the people that I care about like what I'm doing. So that's all I care about.
That's right. We think you're awesome.
That's all I care about. So, but no, that's the cool thing about meeting people in person. You guys can talk and not have to worry about your being censored. Are you going to be shadow banned? Are you going to be taken down?
Mm-hmm.
Is your boss going to see the tweet? Is your so-and-so going to see it? Yada, yada, yada. So it's just, you can just be you in person. And that's what I love about these meetups, which is awesome.
Hold on. I had someone asking me about accepting cryptos at their business, and I just told them to message you directly. I don't know. I think that's what somebody's asking me.
Yeah, message me directly and I'll walk you through it. I want everyone to so a lot of the stuff that makes it really seamless to accept cryptos at your business, like this PayPal integration, Flexa network, that's all stuff that is coming soon to your point of sale terminal. That makes it really easy, but I always like to help people accept Litecoin on chain. I tell people this.
Oh.
Think of Litecoin as two different ways. Think of it as digital cash, or think of it like a credit card network, right? Now, both are cool, right? Now, how you can think of it as a credit card network, you can connect it into PayPal. You can connect it into Visa. You can connect it into these different networks that then will plug into the point of sale systems. Okay. And that way all the fees are charged. And there's not the same freedom you have doing it that way, but it works in the regular system. And at least you have a bridge as the user to get in there from your Litecoin. But now on the other side, you could also look at Litecoin as cash. Digital cash, right? Forget having it integrated into your system if you're a small business.
Oh, okay.
Just give me Litecoin. Here's my wallet address. Just pay me. And that's what I tell people, hey, do you want raw Litecoin? I'll help you get it. Now, you're going to have to count what you got, just like with cash. See, the world has gotten to a point when I work with people with payments all the time. When I tell people you have to do anything manual or check anything or do anything that's not just like that, people are like, oh my God, that's so tough. Oh my God. I can't believe I have to do this, right?
That sounds like me and passwords.
So
that's exactly how I sound when somebody says you have to enter your password. I'm like, oh.
any business right now can take Litecoin, and it's so simple. You have to just put some type of button into your cash register system that notates that a crypto payment came in.
Okay.
This way your regular system recorded the sale, and you know that, okay, on
Whatever that sale was
whatever that sale was, it was paid for in Litecoin or cryptos. Now the bookkeeper's happy at the end of the day, and there's not money missing on the report.
Okay.
And then you just have to take Litecoin into a wallet and just literally look in the wallet and see if it came in.
Okay.
Unfortunately, for most people, that is too difficult because they say, oh, I have to look at something. Oh, I have to look at something.
Wow.
And I tell them, what about cash? You have to go count it.
Right. You have to make sure that your employee put it in there in the drawer.
But they're just used to that. Oh, yeah, but that's cash. That's money, they say. It's not money. Cash is not money. Cash is currency. Currency is not money. Money has to be physically backed by energy. Gold and silver is money. Gold and silver is not money in the 21st century, but gold and silver has been money for 5,000 years. So we'll still say it's money. But Bitcoin and Litecoin, that's money, right? Now, current US dollar is a currency. It's not money. It's a currency. And you can actually look into Mike Maloney talks about this a lot, where he's very adamant that currency is not money. Money has to be backed by something. Until 1971, I guess the dollar was money. But up until then, people could argue 33 or whatever. You could pick different dates, but you guys get the point. So that's the long and short of it. Look at Litecoin, and the cool thing is it has different properties. It's a currency, it's a payment network, and it's programmable money. So you can do all these different things with it. The payment network aspect's cool because then you could link it in different payment networks and yada, yada, yada. And, then the normal fees got to be paid. You might not have all the same benefit. I love it as the currency aspect of just getting that raw payment. I'll count it up. I'll look at the app. I'll tell you what I got. I remember being a kid working at GNC, General Nutrition Center, the weightlifting supplement store, right? And we had to, there was mostly cash payments, obviously, back then. And every night after your shift, you had to go to the bank and do a bank drop, and you had to put the money in a thing, and it was in a really bad area.
Right. How safe is that?
How safe is that? Even as big and tough as I thought I was, I said some dude rolls up with a gun, or a gang of people roll up with a bunch of guns, and I'm kind of screwed, especially in the Northeast where you're usually not allowed to be packing. So they only want the bad guys packing heat in the Northeast. They don't want the good guys having the peace.
Well, we were even talking about this with the cost of mining gold and silver and the added cost of transporting it, and the risk of the cost of security then.
Right. All that infrastructure that you have to put in for it. I was thinking about this, Johnny, when you're talking about sound money, and you're talking about Litecoin, Bitcoin, digital money, and all the properties. Isn't this, I'm trying to think, isn't this the first time in history where we actually have money that has a finite supply?
First time in history of money that has a finite supply. And
even including gold
and silver,
because you can still go dig it up.
Right, you can still get it.
We really don't know how much there is.
We don't know what they're going to hit and discover more. They discover a big mine. They who knows, an asteroid, anything could happen.
Right.
Another cool thing is, too, think about this. Cash handling is very dangerous. So point of the story before is how it's dangerous handling this cash. That's why these marijuana dispensaries, my favorite place to go to. But when I am in there, they always have heavy security because it's all cash payments, right? And so think about it this way: in a cryptocurrency world, treating it as cash, you could actually set up a system where you couldn't even be robbed there, because you could have it where the crypto payments come into a QR code, but there's no ability to send out of the wallet. They don't even have access to the wallet on premise. All they do is have a block explorer streaming across the TV, showing you if the payment hit or not. That's
Brilliant.
it. And it says no Litecoin is kept on premises.
Right. It's in a multi-sig wallet somewhere else.
There's not one penny on the premises. Now,
That's brilliant.
do they want things that safe? I don't think so. I don't think they want a world that's that safe for us. They like this element of danger. It's good. They need people out doing bad stuff, I feel like. It keeps...
Well, that's why. So if you want to look into something, check out in the hip hop industry, look at the biggest names in those record labels. Check out how many of them own these private prisons.
Prison for profit. I mean, if you think about it,
and why they're motivated to keep that narrative in the music going. Because that is modern day slavery. They keep that narrative going to keep those prisons full. That's their workforce.
You get a workforce. My God, you get a workforce. When you're in prison, you have to work for free. And there's some company that's benefiting from that. Yep. You don't think they don't want those prisoners in there working for free for them?
Yep.
Of course they do. So it's sick when you really think about it. You have to look at everything. You have to look at everything different. It's like, without trying to get in too much trouble or sense.
I know.
Just look at things different. There's just not everything is as it seems. And trust me, I realize this working in this payments world that I'm in, where people walk around with a credit card, they put it through a machine, and they don't realize everything that goes on behind the scenes. When I really saw that, it was just kind of like, I was like, this is like this thing that they don't want people knowing what's going on behind this. And the worst thing that plagues the payment business is Operation Choke Point that was put into place. I want to talk about it. Maybe I'll.
Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble. But this is the other thing. Not only are they printing all this money, there's more money now in our system, and as it devalues, those dollars that are kept overseas are going to come back. There's more money now than ever, and there used to be $1,000 bills, little purple pink bills. It's gone away.
And $10,000 bills at one point.
Oh, I didn't even know about that. Yeah. But now the largest bill is $100 bill. And part of that is a mental thing to us to make us think that there's, Jean-Claude had this guy on, what was his name? Kerr? I don't know. It was just on last night, and he was brilliant and really great show. And he was talking about how part of that is this mental thing. Maybe somebody on the chat will say his name, but to make us think that, to make us not realize how much $1 trillion is, and to make us think there's not that much money. But they said it would take I can't remember how many years to even count to $1 trillion.
Even look at the limits in now, like countries that it's like, oh, you can only take $4 a day out of the ATMs there. How crazy is that? People tell me, and I'm like, do you know? I tell them that's coming here too. Do you know? No, the limit's $500 at my ATM or $600. When hyperinflation hits,
I was going to say that's not that much, Rick.
What do you think they're going to be raising the limits for you to accommodate? No way. And look what happened when they first started looking at money laundering stuff, and they said, okay, they want to look at any transaction over $10,000 has to be reported, right? Well, adjusted for inflation today, that would be about $40,000 at least, right?
Right.
So why are they talking about moving it down to $600?
Right.
We the people should be fighting and saying, what do you still monitor our transactions for that are $10,000? You freaking maniac psychopaths, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, this gets me heated because
No, I know.
people are so fascinated with the bank. It makes me sick. I don't get it, but they just are. It just is. It's like they're in this trance, and no matter
there's
what money you steal from them.
No, listen to this. So we just bought a 83 diesel Mercedes, and from a dear friend of ours that his father flew to Germany, bought the car brand new, flew it back over here, and he has every original document. It barely has any miles. Well, I mean, it has a lot of miles on it, but it's 483. It doesn't have a lot of miles on it. Just perfect condition, all this. And he's got every single document, including, he's so proud. He has a letter from the bank talking about what a wonderful person he is, and how, I can't remember how it was worded, but I just thought it was so bizarre. Like, why would you first of all, why is the letter talking about what a wonderful, or why is the bank talking about what a wonderful person you are? And how, I mean, it was just like
back in the day, though,
land. A reference letter from your bank in Germany?
Back in the day, though, the banks used to actually loan based on how they felt about you. If they, the local banker would say, go down, I like this business, good cookies here, kind of thing, like good atmosphere. You know what?
So weird.
And nowadays it's so much, everything's like a machine. And that's why so much fraud exists. It was harder to do fraud back in the day. Real people looked at situations and said, no, this doesn't make sense. I always tell people, we know people are fraudsters when they can give us all the documents that we ask for. The reason being, real people
don't keep that stuff.
They don't keep that stuff.
Good point.
And the more documents you can give me, the more I know you're a fraudster. If I ask you for 15 things and you could send me all 15 things, I say, no way, this person's real. Real people don't. No way in the world will they have all this stuff available. Fraudsters do.
Great point.
So, and the world's became, nope, you got the documents, and what that is, and that's KYC right there. So KYC has, I don't want to get us in trouble, but it's enabled.
I know.
It's enabled fraud. I'll throw it out there, because what happens is now everyone has blinders on. Everyone's everything looks like it passed, and now there's not. Back in the day when the local banker would go eat the cookies and get a feel for the place, and then he maybe would write that letter and say, we really liked you, kind of thing. That's why you got the loan, or something like that. So,
bizarre. Well, I know Charlie had sent me, and I think he texted it to you already. You should have it, but there was a bank, and they all follow me on Twitter, so I'm not going to say their name. But it's one that is of the country that we live in. And so you guys can figure that out. That an article came out that they are either planning to divide the accounts into people that are, have taken their medicine and not. And I just thought that was incredible. So that kind of, I guess they really are they're really looking out for the health of their customers. It's really interesting that they would take that much interest in that.
That drive-through, it's dangerous. That plexiglass there, you got to make sure.
I guess so.
Yeah. We got to keep them safe. Got to know who the dangers are.
That is weird. That has become the have a nice day. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
It's not have a nice day anymore. It's stay safe.
What I don't get is people say, oh, we're really safe, or they're really safe over there. I say, how are they not human? Do they not breathe air like we do?
Right.
Do they not have the same like body parts that other people have? Like, how exactly are they staying so safe? Does air, because what people don't realize, oh, they're being safe because of the mask thing or whatever. That doesn't protect you at all. All that you can, so it's kind of like, I don't know.
So Johnny, we're talking about it's cold right now. So if we were to walk outside and put one of those on and you watch us breathe, you're going to see that come out in the cold air.
Yeah.
So what good is it really doing?
Only thing I would say, what the good it originally did in surgeries and stuff, where you want your dentist not to be spitting in your face.
Right. Bigger particles.
You want your surgeon not to, a little saliva came out during your throat surgery or whatever you're having. You don't want the hawk a loogie in there. That was the use. And also too, I will say one thing: if you actually are sick, and
right,
feeling well, I used to work with somebody that when he wasn't feeling well would come down and work at his desk in a mask.
Right.
And he always, we always appreciate it. He said, look, I'm not feeling well. I don't want to
very
spread
considerate. Yeah.
It was never to protect him. It was, he just said, hey, and if he wasn't, and the only reason he would do it is if if his nose was running and he was sneezing kind of thing. Is that, hey, there's so much coming out to.
Well, so we were, we're homeschooling but we do have a community day 1 day a week, and we all go in, and so we were dissecting owl pellets. So owls get like a hairball, like they have different stomachs, and they have this hairball thing. Only it's not hair. It's like what they can't digest from whatever they eat. So it has like mice, little bones in it, and it has like fur and feathers of birds and whatever. And they hawk it up every once in a while. And yeah, it's gross. So we had gloves for the kids and masks. And Cannon was like, I'm not wearing a mask. I was like, well, I'm wearing a mask because I don't want these, as you pop it apart, this fur and dust and feathers and whatever. And he's like, oh, I'm wearing a mask too. And I said, yes, there are appropriate times to wear a mask.
Once in a while in my yard, if I spray something gross or something, I want an N95 on. I try to I want to just, not the little surgical one though. In that case, if I want to, you got to put on like a heavy duty guy to protect.
Really keep that stuff out of your lungs. Yeah.
Right. No, there's a place for everything. Next week I'm going to be in an attic. I'm going to put a mask on.
Yeah.
Because
when we tweet this out, we're going to say we are all advocating for masks.
Absolutely. And the right reasons.
There is appropriate.
Right.
There's appropriate masks.
And common sense too. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the issue, that common sense got thrown so much out the window. And that's most people's problems with everything, that the common sense just went so far out the window with things that it's not like, if you aren't, like we just said, we're not anti-mask here. We said if you're not feeling well, if there's gross stuff you're going to be breathing in, you want stuff hitting you in the face, put this thing on, right? Hey, if there's a family party and you have a cold and maybe and you're sneezing everywhere, say, hey guys, I'm going to put a mask on because I'm sneezing all over the place. Yeah. I don't want you sneezing.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Be considerate.
Yes. Be considerate, but that's I'm anti the all the healthy people wear a mask so people feel more comfortable. I don't ever want to do stuff so people feel comfortable. I don't, because that makes me uncomfortable. I tell people, if I have to do something so you feel comfortable, it makes me uncomfortable. I tell them it actually makes me very angry. And somebody told me it shouldn't make you angry. And I tell them, well, it shouldn't be making you uncomfortable then that we're not in a mask. So I tell them, it makes me really freaking angry. I tell them, really.
Because you're being inauthentic to yourself. Then you're being then I might as well not be around you because I'm being fake. I'm not
super angry in a mask. I noticed when I would have to wear the mask last year, where they're forcing it going in everywhere and everywhere you were, I put it on, and it was like I turned into like a demon. I was just like the angriest guy in this thing. Like somebody would come and try to talk to me, I'd be, get out of my face. I'd be like, oh, like I'm out of here. Like, you know what I mean?
Angry Johnny coming out.
It takes away your thing, your this and that, and then you don't know who wants you in this crazy thing, who doesn't, you know what I mean? Who's forcing this on you? It's then you get angry with everybody, you know? So for me, you know, I haven't put one on in I don't know, since probably the spring, since they were forcing it around here. And even if a store asks for it, I just go in without it. And if they say something, I say, no problem, I just won't come back or whatever. And you know, that's that.
I just tell them I'm medically exempt and I keep walking.
I just ignore most people anyways. You know.
And then they look at me and they're like, is that a thing?
One thing you guys got to read though too, because what they do to trick you, they say that the mask is strongly encouraged, and they'll put in the little print, you know, or if you got the you know what, you don't have to wear it or whatever, and it's an honor system or whatever. Yeah, no problem. I got nature's jab. Nature's jab.
Well, you're seeing everybody walk it back now. I mean, the Supreme Court has upheld twice now. You know, OSHA's walking it back. You know, I wouldn't even say Mr., but Sloppy Joe is walking it back. So
that was the other one, right? Wasn't it Sloppy Ho?
No. That's Sloppy Ho and
Sleepy Joe and Sloppy Ho.
Sleepy Joe and Sloppy Ho. Yeah.
Doing the a lot of places are doing the testing. They're telling people you could test weekly instead of getting the you know what.
Well, Oklahoma's passing a bill that if employers force it and people do it, that they can, and if there's an injury, that they can be sued for up to $1 million. So I was excited about that. There's a lot of great stuff happening in Oklahoma for that.
Oh, you guys are making moves. Why not? You wanna be with this hocus pocus? Then you got to pay the price, you know. So it's
and our National Guard, which is the 45th Division, has been supported by our governor in not taking action against our guardsmen for their freedom of choice. And there's a lot of positive things. It's very exciting.
I see someone, let's go, Brandon. Open-minded Bitcoin said, yeah, let's go, Brandon.
Brandon's such a great guy.
Brandon.
I love NASCAR.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, I guess we should wrap it up. But John, thank you so much. I'm sorry I was late. I was having a little trouble.
Enjoy the pizzas tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I think we're going to be there quite late. We'll probably eat lots and lots of pizza.
Look out.
All right, eat some extra pizza, you guys. Have fun. Have a great time. And then what was I going to say? I'll tune into the happy hour and go get them, you guys. You guys are out doing God's work with this stuff. You guys are traveling around, and
we're excited. We're also going to have we get to meet Don from Frog Wallets, and he's bringing a bunch of paper wallets. So we're going to be able to teach people about that. I'm excited about that.
Nice. What it's about, guys. So if you guys are in that area, in the Southern Illinois area, go show up at this event.
Central. I'm sorry.
Central.
I just drove here, but
Southern, Southern Illinois, drive a little bit.
It's south of Chicago, you know.
Yeah, if you're south, drive. Get in the car, drive. Listen, we'll send you some good podcasts to listen to on the way up. So
absolutely.
Well, have fun, you guys.
All right. Take care. See you later, Johnny.
All right.
Bye.
See you, Johnny.
Later, guys.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from Calyx Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from Calyx Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calyxsolutions.io.